If you watch this video to the end, thank you very much. And I have finally decided on the name I'm going to call the series. I'm going to call it Life Rant. So Life Rant is going to be about conversations related to adulting, ranging from marriage to career to personal development and the likes. It's going to be real talks, honest conversations, no judgment zone. And if you like something like this, then this video and this series is for you. So today I have my friend Paul. Paul, and we're going to be talking career, adulting, how he was able to move his tech career from Lagos, Nigeria, all the way to Europe. So, Mr. Paul, please, a little introduction about yourself.
Okay, it's nice to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm a data engineer. I've been in this profession for about 4 to 5 years now. And so I didn't start my career in Lagos. I stayed in Ibadan, right? So
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
Ibadan.
yeah. I've been IBBs. I'm not a big fan of Lagos, to be honest. The stress
Yeah,
of Lagos
wow.
is too much.
And that's much stress.
It's too much. I remember I had a job in Lagos at one particular point, and it was really frustrating, right? So that's something that I don't like talking about because it was just stressful.
And what job did you have in Lagos?
It was along the beginning of my career, it was, in a way, it was the first kind of job, when you're out of school and you want something, right? You just grab anything that is available, right? And they wanted me to be, coming from Ibadan to Lagos, and that was really stressful for me. And at some
Every
point,
day? Or you?
no,
you
like
stay-
2 times a week, and I didn't really have any relatives in Lagos, so that was really stressful coming down all the way from Ibadan to Lagos, and that traffic was something that was just noticing right to see. Yeah, but that's by the way though. Aside from that, what else do I like doing? I don't know. I'm a pretty boring guy, to be honest.
It's a very
Yes, I'm a boring
though.
person.
It's
Yes.
pretty interesting. That's why.
Well, if she
it's there
says so, I
today.
mean, maybe. But aside from that, I think I like hanging out with my friends a lot, once in a while, going
True.
out.
If you see my vlogs, then you've probably seen him
Yeah.
in some of the videos. So anyway, the reason why I'm here today is to talk career.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are a lot of young people, that want to go into this career space. Some of them they don't know what to do with their lives.
True.
For me, I have different talents. I can do a lot of things. So it was really difficult for me to focus and pick
A particular
one.
career. Okay.
Yes. And I still have that problem, but we're navigating it by the grace of God. So anyway, when did you first notice that you were becoming an adult, like you were starting to have responsibilities? So when did you notice that this is not play game? I'm not a baby anymore. People are looking up to me.
Yeah.
So when did you start noticing that?
I think for me, I had that realization when I finished school, which is kind of similar to practically almost everybody, right? You finish school and then you start asking yourself the question, what's next? Even right before you finish, you always start asking yourself that, like, what's next, right? And for me, I remember back then I wanted to make a decision. Should I do masters or should I find a job? Which is, I think, also the dilemma that a lot of students finishing school also face, right? Should they do masters or should you find and get a job? And at that particular moment, I think it just dawned on me that, in as much as your parent has done a lot for you, this is a decision that you'd have to make for yourself. And, I decided to just try it out, and, here I am today. So that was the first point that, it actually dawned on me that you would have to start making decisions for yourself. And the honest truth is that I feel like a lot of people in school actually mature faster than others, especially people that have been in tough positions, right?
True.
They're able to make that decision faster, right? For me, I think one of the reasons why I didn't necessarily feel pressured was because, I came from a stable family, not like we are rich, but my dad provided the best he could, right? So there was some sort of comfort, right, up until when I finished school and I was like, okay, what's next? Right. a part of me always felt like, okay, if maybe they were not there, maybe I would have had to like make that decision first. Like you see a lot of students that maybe they have just like one parent or they don't even have any, they're able to like make, it can be good and bad.
Yeah.
If it's good, right, they're able to like make better decisions and then propel themselves, also like their mentality is quite different from people that are coming from like a stable
But
background.
for me, it wasn't like that though. There was a bit of struggle, but I still wasn't able to make a decision. But the other one is a different thing.
Okay.
That one has to do with some psychology and all of that. Maybe one day I'll talk about
Okay,
about that.
Yeah.
So are you still are you looking forward to doing your masters anytime
To
soon?
be honest, I really hope that there's no situation that would make me do, because things are changing, right? Like a lot of things are changing right now, and there might be a case whereby I might have to do it because I want to like change careers. I'm really hoping I do not want to go back to school. To be honest, I don't want to go back to school. But if I'm forced, I think I would have to just do it either ways, right? But I really hope not to be honest.
Yeah, I hope not too for me. So, tell me about your relationship with money growing up versus now.
Okay. When it comes to money, I think I'm always towards the side of caution. Like I think I'm not a crazy spender, and that attribute came from my mom, right? Right from when we were young, maybe somebody will come and give us money. She would always want us to save it, right? So I've always been prudent in spending, not necessarily a crazy spender. And I think in a way it has translated to how I live my life right now. I do, once in a while, I do like some crazy splurges, right? But I don't necessarily spend on myself too much. I think I will spend more on others than myself. But I'm trying to change that right now and
Yes,
focus on
because it
myself
might
because
be a problem if you are spending
Yeah.
more on others than you. So like you that are working at
exactly
so
right.
it might be a problem.
True.
Not-
I agree with you. I think it's a
Yeah.
problem, and I've been intentional about taking care of myself
Yeah.
this past few months.
You should though. I'm saying it's like this your shirt is new.
Yeah, it is new. Just one of the few pieces I picked up. I even picked up more.
That's good. So the next question. How do you balance enjoying life now versus saving for the future?
Again, I think bouncing back from like the previous question, like I said, I'm not so big on spoiling myself, right?
And but if you are spending money on other people more, how are you saving?
So like take for example, like you have a percentage you save, right? And then let's say you have a percentage that you could use for yourself, right? So the percentage that I could use for myself, I don't necessarily use it for myself. I'd rather just give other people, like so like it brings me more fulfillment, right?
Thank
in a way.
God, I know you.
Yeah, but generally speaking, right? In terms of, I think my perspective has shifted over the last couple of months now to try and focus on myself and enjoy the money I work out for. Take myself out, enjoy time with friends, and travel. Because to be honest, I've not really traveled since I got here, right? So I really want to change that and start doing things that are more interesting to me. And that's that though. But again, to be honest, when it comes to like spoiling myself, I'm not the biggest fan. I don't really do that a lot.
Yeah. Well, I wish I had a job like you.
You'll be traveling around.
But that's one of the things that I want to do. So I'm going to ask you a question that I did not put down here.
Yeah.
How were you able to make your career shifts all the way from Nigeria to Belgium?
Okay. Like how I got the job in Belgium?
Yes.
Or,
Like how were you able to make the shift? How did you decide that you don't want to be in Nigeria again? And because you must have applied for the job. So how did you apply for the job? And
That's actually a funny story, to be honest. Okay. So I tell people this, that I was not looking for this job, that this job found me. Yeah, this job is in a way God's testimony. It came from God. Let me just put it that way, right? So I remember that back then I was applying for jobs and I was still in Ibadan, right? The goal was to find a remote job that would just be paying me good and I'll be close to family. That was the goal. And when I came across this particular job, right, I remember I saw Belgium there, but I thought it was remote. And I applied for it. There was a particular form that was like, oh, relocation, blah, blah, blah. I did not fill that form. And I think hours later, the HR reached out to me and said I should fill the form.
A few hours later.
Yes, and I was like, okay, let me just look at this thing. And then they were like, the questions they asked us, why would you want to come to Belgium? What do you think about the tech society in Belgium? And for there are some countries in this world whereby you've heard about them, but for some reason you just don't know anything about them. I did not know anything about Belgium. I knew that Belgium was a country. I was not even sure whether Belgium was in Europe. And then I remember I just used ChatGPT to answer all the questions because in my head I was not ready to start thinking about or even doing research about Belgium. Because I really did not think that I was going to like even apply or even get the job, right? But I did all that, and we went through different interview stages, and I remember when I finally spoke to her, it was supposed to be like a 30 minutes call, but it ended up being like an hour call with the HR. And it was at that particular moment that I was like, maybe this is a possibility. And 2 days later,
so it was still looking like a dream to
yeah,
you.
to be honest, 2 days later, I did my final interview and I got like an offer letter, like literally that day. And even when I told my mom, she still didn't even believe it because they said something like they were going to like apply. This was going to like take 6 months for the visa process and all that. And I didn't even tell my dad because I was like, what if something happens along the 6 months? Let me know that I'm disappointing people. So I practically did not tell anybody up until the point whereby the visa literally came and the stamp and everything came around. And it was now a possibility, like I was going to travel in 2 weeks. And I told my dad and I told my remaining siblings, and they were shocked. And I found myself here, to be honest, right? So that's why I keep telling people that, I did not necessarily see myself applying for a job outside of Nigeria because I really love being close to home. I really love it, right? And I never thought that I would find myself here.
Yes, that's really...
The crazy part is that a lot of people say that they are looking for opportunities like this.
Yeah.
I was not looking for this, to be honest, and he found me, but I'm always grateful. I'm grateful for it here.
God.
Yes, it's God.
God can do some kind of things.
It's just like this, like when something is for you, it is for you. The ease at which this job came till today, like if I tell people about it, they don't believe me. It came so easy, like compared to my other jobs that I've gotten, this one was the easiest. Right.
Okay, can you tell some of the challenges getting those other jobs?
Like other
They
jobs.
were in Nigeria, right?
Yes, I mean interview stages, like you would want to like apply for a job, they will ask you different kind of questions that does not necessarily relate to the functionality of that role itself. So it just didn't feel, some of those just didn't feel right. Some were not even rewarding in terms of like the salary and everything that they would pay. Like funny enough, the first job I ever got, right, was the one, that Lagos job, right? And I remember
The one that required you to...
yeah, this was me. I just finished school, right? And I remember I actually applied to the company. I applied to the company because I really wanted to work in that company. And I got the job and I thought it was going to be fully remote, but they were now like saying that you have to come to Lagos, so like 2 times.
Oh, did they tell you that after they gave you the job? Or
Yeah, like
it was
it's a start
stated
of-
before you
So
applied?
to be honest, I don't know, right?
Mhm.
But at that particular point, right? Me, I just wanted the job, right? I was desperate. I just finished school.
Yeah.
So I remember that I obviously I knew I was going to take it because now I wanted something to do, and they were going to pay me 70,000 naira per month.
That was my first salary. Yes.
Well, the thing is that I'm coming from Ibadan to
Ibadan.
Lagos, right? And that was really stressful. And I remember there was this particular time because eventually we were now having discussions that they wanted me to relocate to Lagos completely. I didn't even know what I was because my dad didn't even know about the job. It was only my mom that knew. Sometimes I'll travel to Lagos, I won't even tell him and all that kind of thing. And there was this particular day that I was traveling to Lagos, right? They asked us to come this time. They said we're going to spend the entire week in Lagos. So I already spoke to my friend. I knew where I was going to stay, and I remember it was a Tuesday. I left Ibadan around 6. I think the previous day was a public holiday. I don't know, but I know that the traffic on that road was terrible. I got to, I think, the office around after 12 in the afternoon that day. And I remember my journey when I was going. I was sitting down in the passenger, the front seat, right, with the driver, like, so I was comfortable. And I still almost had a panic attack because of the traffic. We were stuck for 5 hours. And I remember I told you that I don't want to do this. I don't see myself living in Lagos. I do not want to come to Lagos at all.
You are making me remember my days in Lagos when I used to go to work.
Yeah.
I've had experience where rain drenched me from top to bottom.
Nah.
I've had experience when I got home past midnight.
The-
I've had experience when I
I
had
wonder
to sit in
how
traffic.
I wonder how Lagos people survive. To be honest, it's a lot, right?
It's tough. It's tough.
So I mean, I knew I was not going to be in Lagos at all.
We are surviving.
They're surviving. I mean, some people are surviving and they're enjoying Lagos, right? So I mean, it depends on what you like, right?
I feel it depends on what you like. Anyway, I want to ask this question because I'm still having this problem, but thanks to God, I've already decided that I'm going to be in a creative space.
Okay.
So now I've decided I'm going to be in a creative space. It's just left for me to find the niche or the niches that I want to be involved in. So I want to ask, how were you able to decide what career that you wanted to pursue?
I was able to decide, to be honest, right? I don't know. I think my career options have shifted over the last few years. Like, even I'm a data engineer right now, but I didn't start off as a data engineer. I started off like as a data analyst. Then I did some machine learning, and now I don't know. I'm most likely transition to something a couple of years from now, and that's because the landscape of which where I work changes like rapidly. Like things are changing with the rise of AI right now. So things are changing, and to be honest, I think one mentality I've just adopted is having like a growth mindset to be able to change and adapt to how things are moving. I don't necessarily have like a fixed career path over the next couple of years because I know that things are going to change. But I do know that I want to be in a space whereby I can actively build and contribute in that technical space. I don't know what it's going to look like over the next couple of years, but all I know is that I want to be in a position whereby I can build things. And for me, my core skills would just be to be able to like learn as fast as possible and then deliver good quality work, depending on where I find myself in. So if you can learn, then I think that's for me, right? Yeah. Because to be honest, I can't give a definite answer to that.
But the way you're sounding, it feels like you have it figured out.
I don't, to be honest, right? In a way, I won't even lie to you. I'm a little bit scared because AI is moving at a very rapid. I mean, was it yesterday they just even released them? They called it ChatGPT 5, and people are hyping it. And to be honest, there's this hype of AI will take developers' job, right? And so you have to like start thinking that, okay, what can I do? Because to be honest, when you use all those tools, you'll find out that AI can actually write good code, right? Even though it cannot solve all the problems, there is still going to be like a shift in the market,
So
right?
it's a bit scary.
It's a bit scary, right? So it's just about position yourself properly, right? And I think for me, that's my main agenda over the next couple of years, right? I don't want to be in a position where I'm lacking or losing. So we'll see how it's gonna look like.
So what did you study in school?
I studied petroleum engineering, oil and gas.
At least me, I'm darling. I studied theatre arts.
People are always quite shocked that from oil and gas to tech,
all the way,
right? But I mean, for me, the reason why I never pursued oil and gas was it's at that particular point it was really saturated, right? And it was very difficult to like, get into the industry without having like some form of connection. And I didn't necessarily have anybody. My dad also did not necessarily have connections, right? So for me, it was just about hustling for my own life and doing things that I felt like, merits. Like if I know that if I put a lot of work into this, then I would most likely get good reward. And I think that's the kind of space I find myself in. Regardless, I think in all aspects, in all industries, right, there's always like the ability to connect with people and propel your career. That's always going to be something, right? But for the oil and gas industry, even just breaking into the industry was very difficult itself.
I can imagine.
So that's why I never really pursued oil and gas.
I can imagine. So you went for tech.
I went for tech.
But how did you know that it was tech? Like you just...
So I had friends that we already like into tech, right? So it was easy for me to just
Oh, so
learn from them and
influence.
yeah,
from your
influence.
friends.
It was influence.
That's good. So the question I wanted to ask now is your worst job experience and what it taught you. But from this conversation,
You feel like
I think
I've
that's
answered that.
one.
It's not the best job. It is obviously the biggest job.
Okay, what did you learn from that?
What did I learn from it? Huh?
You learned that
Did I
you
learn
want to
anything?
work in Lagos.
Yes, I think that's. I learned that. I also learned that I think desperation can make you do things that you don't necessarily want to do. So maybe sometimes just be patient a little bit and don't necessarily accept offers that are not necessarily the best. Because funny enough, so that I didn't even complete the story, right? So when I was traveling to Lagos that day that I almost had panic attack, I remember I told God that God, I want to leave this job. Funny enough, I stayed in Lagos Monday and I left from Tuesday to Friday. I had a job interview for another company on I think Thursday, and then Friday when I was inside the bus going back home, they literally called me that I had gotten the job, and this job was in Ibadan. This job was going to pay me 300,000 naira. I would be in my father's house and be earning 300,000 naira. Funny enough, I was not supposed to stop that job the following week, so I had to get out of my previous job, and that was like a very tricky situation, but I got out of it thanks to my mom. It was not easy because the mom didn't want to let me go, but I got out of that situation, right?
So they were using some tactics to keep you there.
Yeah, because I didn't tell them I got on that job. I just wanted to leave the company because it was stressful, right? And so just seeing how that played out, I don't know whether it was God that answered my prayer back then or that job was always supposed to come regardless, but in a way, I don't think I would have made. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd said no to that job, this one would have come. But I think everything just played out the right way it was supposed to, and I found myself in Badon again.
Yes, the place that you always wanted.
Exactly.
So that's good. Okay. I wanted to ask, do you sometimes feel like in your new job because you are a Nigerian man?
Yeah.
Obviously working with some
a lot of white people.
So do you sometimes feel like you don't belong? Do you feel
Obviously.
imposter
I think
syndrome?
Yeah.
How do you deal with it?
I don't know. I think for some reason I don't think about it too much. But it's just something that that is there. But I really don't think about it too much. I think for me the biggest barrier is even the language sometimes.
The language.
Sometimes, my first Jesus, I remember when I just joined the company and God, there was this client I was working with and it was just frustrating. When you're talking and they'll just be saying, what are you saying? Like,
oh, because of how you speak.
Yeah, my intonation was just quite different. And in a way, it's almost caused a big issue for me, even in my company, because they were not they wanted to invest in a speaking coach for me. They were just change my intonation and all that kind of thing. And it's not easy, right? But to be honest, I don't allow all those things. I don't even think about it, so they don't even weigh me down. For me, I just think it's one of those things in life, right? Number one, it's their country, right? I'm the visitor, so obviously
so you have to adjust.
I have to adjust, not them adjusting to me, right? I think you can always find an environment whereby they would always try to adjust to you. Like my current clients, right? They are quite receptive to me, and it's a better environment. So yeah, it's not easy, but for me, I don't necessarily think about it and I don't allow it to weigh me down. For me, I just ask myself, is there a way I can improve to actually fit into their society? Because it's their society, that's just the truth, right?
I get what you mean.
It's their society, yeah.
Well, because when I first got here, I was too scared to go out. I was scared to, when my husband would say, let's go and get something, you try to get things yourself so you're able to interact. I don't like interacting. Even going out to enter the bus by myself.
Yeah.
I was running away from
True. I ran the music. The first time using the bus, it took a while.
Because you're coming from a different kind of system.
Yes.
So learning new things, there's this fear. I think I can relate, but now I feel a bit more confident.
So you're better right now?
Yes,
okay.
I've been going out myself, doing stuff myself, so I feel a bit more confident now.
Yeah, that's good.
So I don't know if I should ask you this because you don't seem like a social media person.
Okay.
But I will still ask, how
Yeah.
do you deal with comparing yourself to others on social media?
Exactly, you're right. I'm not a social media person.
So you've not had that thought before, like, this guy is posting cars, oh man.
Oh, no,
Actually,
no, no.
you know, tech bros, there's this notion that tech bros, they have money.
Yeah.
So if you see another tech bro living this lavish lifestyle, doesn't...
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily freak me out, to be honest. Like genuinely, I don't put myself in the place of others or even try to like compare myself to them at all. I don't know whether it's just the mindset or mentality I've built over the last couple of years, but it has never really been an issue for me, like at all. And like you said, I'm not on social media most times, so I'm not scrolling or I'm looking at the lifestyles of people, and it doesn't necessarily affect me in any way, right? For me, if my friends are winning, right, people that I'm close with and you know they're buying cars, and I'm happy for them, right? For me, it's a win-win. And if I'm the one doing it, right, they should be happy for me. So I don't have that thought at all.
I don't have that thought. That's good though. That's the kind of mentality we should all adopt. So what is the hardest part about maintaining relationships as a busy young adult?
Okay, so I feel like when something is important for you, right, you always make time for it. People that would always tell you that I'm so busy I cannot talk to you, I think that's just nice. You don't want to talk to that person. If something or somebody is important, you would make time regardless, right? So for the relationship, I've always made time. My mom, you know, I mean, yeah, there might be time whereby work is like a lot, but you would call back later now, obviously. So for me, maintaining relationships has never really been difficult, unless I'm choosing to like let's go and cut that person off. Then yes, I know that that's a choice I'm making. But in terms of like the relationships I have and you know maintaining it, that's always been easy for me. I've never really struggled or
I guess it's because I'm an introvert, and when I am doing a task, I like to just sit without distraction. Just focus. If you are, but like you said, I can always
you can always come back to it because I'm also an introvert, right? So I will not
call back.
Okay. I like that you're trying to convince somebody that you
I call back. I'm convincing them I call back. So how do you set boundaries with your family as you become more independent? I'm asking this I'm asking about black tax actually.
Okay.
I'm disguising this question as black tax question.
Black tax is always something that will eat you a lot, right?
So how do you set boundaries with your family? People that are asking you for money. What do you tell them? You say no, I don't have
not
money.
posting. Not posting has been
Wisdom.
very good for me.
Wisdom.
Yeah, so because I really I don't think I've posted a single picture on Instagram. I hardly even post on my WhatsApp. Like,
wow.
So you don't necessarily know what I'm up to, what I'm doing. Right? I rarely post at all. So if I'm sending pictures, I'm just sending it to like a select few. So I don't necessarily get a lot of billing aside from my, not even extended, like my immediate. I'm talking about my mom and just my siblings itself.
So your
it doesn't go beyond
family,
that.
they don't know that you're in their world.
They know, but they don't have any way to reach me. They don't have any way to reach me. They don't have my number, and even if they do,
That's
I can choose not to reply. Yes, and
because
they don't.
Black tax is, I don't know, it eats into your own
does.
growth as
Yes,
an individual.
it does,
So the
right.
money that you're supposed to save is for
You
investment.
stay using it for other people.
Because you're a kind person, you start sending to
yeah.
other people.
And I think also because I'm quite introverted, right? I'm not the kind of person that would, let's say, go back to Nigeria and then I would want to see every single extended. No, I just stick to my family.
That's really
Right.
smart.
But I'm a generous person too, and you know, if
No,
I have,
of
I would
course you
give.
are.
But you know, in terms of like just randomly giving people for no reason, I don't do that.
I feel you.
Yeah.
So, what advice would you give to someone that feels completely lost about their about their career path right now? For me, now that I have plenty talents and I'm still, I've figured out some parts, but not the whole thing.
You know, figuring out life is not easy. I won't lie. To be honest, I think even when you even figure some things out, you still have more things to figure out later on. Right now, myself, I'm still figuring out life. I don't know the answer to all questions, and sometimes when you even think you have everything figured out, Life will just throw you,
surprise you.
boom, and then you're like, oh, no, I don't think I know anything, and then you have to then start rebuilding from scratch. I think what me I'll just say is that, if you have a passion, you can chase it, actively chase it. If you have something that you are really good at, then actively put time and effort into that thing. You can focus on one thing, be disciplined and focus on one particular thing, and then along the line, your discipline in that particular field or that particular thing you are would begin to translate into other parts of your life, and maybe you will begin to gain some perspectives about other areas of your life. But just start with the simplest thing you can do, and one thing that you really like that you can focus on. It's not easy, and sometimes it's easier said than done, right? But if you can, just do it either ways, right? I think the most constant thing in life is change. And you should just be ready to adapt and move with life, because trust me, nothing is constant in this life. There will be ups and there will be downs, right? And if you find yourself down, find a way to pick yourself up. If you are up, try to maintain and stay up, and also see whether you can keep going higher. Yeah.
So there's this book that I read, Mastery, I think, by Robert Greene. Yeah. So that book was what was able to help me shape my perspective by focusing on a particular goal.
Yes.
So that was what has helped me to focus on my YouTube channel. That I want to do my YouTube. I want to focus on fashion. Although in the book they said you should focus on one task.
Yes.
Before you divert to other tasks.
Yes.
But for me, I've been able to
shovel multiple things at once.
Multiple things. So
like, what are the multiple things you're shoveling?
Okay. One, my YouTube. But you're not the one supposed to. Okay. Anyway, okay. On my YouTube channel, then I've been able to start a little career here by making hair. I braid hair here now. Yes. Then I'm also working on my sewing, my fashion. So that book has been able to put things into perspective for me. So I picked one that I want to focus on this. Yeah. So I'm focusing on this, and I'm able to bring those into this. I don't know. I think I'm working on a video now where I'm giving tutorial on how to braid hair, and I also have a video on this channel where I'm giving tutorial. So I've been able to bring all of that.
Yes, all together into one thing. Yeah.
So I think you said something that made me think about all of this and remember this. So thank you very much for that. And my next question, and this is the last question.
Okay.
What is one thing you want people listening and watching this video to remember from this conversation? Your last piece of advice.
I can't remember the book I read, but there's this thing that really, it was quite insightful, right? And especially in the area of tech itself, right? If you are thinking about diving into tech and all that, or even not necessarily take anything you want to do. Like I said, the world is moving at a rapid pace right now, like with a lot of things changing, And one interesting thing to notice, or one interesting thing I took from that book was this, people who would be recognized and exceptional are people that can learn very fast and can deliver great value within a short period of time. So there are two things. Number one, you need to be able to learn things very fast and then also deliver great value within a short period of time.
I'm jotting down.
Yeah. So if you can find yourself in that position whereby, you can learn things very fast and at the same time also deliver good value within that short period of time, I think you're good to go. I don't know what that looks like for people. I don't know what that looks like for you. But if you can position yourself to be in that particular point whereby you can say that, okay, I want to do something, I'm going to learn it very fast and then execute it, and then it then brings value to people within that short period of time, I think you're good to go, because now it shows that there's no field that you find yourself in that you cannot adapt to. And again, because we live in a fast changing world, like I think that's the kind of talents that people are looking for right now. Right? Okay. And again, it's not even just about people that want to work in tech, it also resonates to anybody. Like you said, you've been doing YouTube, right? I'm pretty sure that you've had to learn editing skills, a lot of things, right?
I'm still learning.
You're still learning, right? So you're learning and then you're also delivering value within a short period of time, right? So if you're more consistent with that, I think you'll be able to gain subscribers and then increase your views and hopefully become popular YouTuber one day,
hopefully,
and
hopefully.
I'll be happy that I was in this video.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know I said that was the last question, but there's something else I want to ask you because of what you said. Do you think how do I put this question now? Okay. Can anybody just move into any career? Because as a person, I don't like I don't have interest in tech.
Okay.
But do you think it has to do with my abilities or my interest, or anybody can learn anything?
Anybody can learn anything. That's
Anybody
for sure.
can learn anything.
Yes. You can learn anything you want
I don't
to.
believe so.
I think you can. You can learn anything you
I
want
believe
to.
you have to
Like it?
have an interest there.
Yeah.
I believe in, should I say, purpose and calling to a particular career. Like, can you go into politics right now?
The thing is, if I have to go into politics, I'll go into politics.
If you have to.
Yes. So funny enough, in a way, I've done politics before when I was back in school.
No, let me ask you.
It was not easy.
Let me not
but I
ask you
did
politics.
it. Yeah. Right. So what I mean that anybody can learn anything is that you can decide to learn things, but it does not necessarily mean it's right for you. Right. So you might learn it and at the end of the day just drop it.
Just drop it.
Yeah. But that does not mean you cannot learn it.
Okay. Because me, I've tried to learn some things which
If it's not working out for you, then drop it. Yeah.
I will not mention.
If it's not working, just drop it. To be honest,
I tried to learn and my head.
Your head does not carry it. Yes, drop it, right?
Because I'm able to read patterns. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm able to understand patterns. If I see you doing something, maybe something that I'm interested in. If I see you dancing, I may not know the dance step, but if I watch you, I'm able to study your movement. I'm able to see what you are doing, and I'm able to get it. But something like tech, I cannot study any pattern there. And typing code, like what's that? This was that.
But it's actually patterns too, right? You see patterns,
but that's very wrong for me.
Yeah, but you never understand what you mean, right? There are just some things that you don't necessarily feel drawn to, and it's fine, right? There are a lot of fields that you can jump into. Obviously, tech is not maybe even the best one for a lot of people, to be honest, right? Probably if you feel
there's a lot of hype.
Sit down and tech is boring. Tech is there are a lot of interesting things. See, right now, you know the career that everybody's chasing. What you're doing, be a vlogger. See, if I can overcome my own social anxiety, I'll start vlogging because trust me, this is a career that would not go into extinction anytime soon. People like watching other people's lifestyle,
I like watching.
Yeah, if I like watching other people's vlogs. So I think that's something that I really like this, and hopefully one day I'll start my own YouTube career, maybe.
I'm rooting for you.
Yes.
This is when you start, invite me.
Why not? By that time, you would have been a popular YouTuber, so it will be an honor to have my own YouTube channel so that your own subscribers will not come and follow me.
Come on, So we've come to the end of this wonderful video, life rant, like I'm going to be calling it from henceforth. I hope you were able to take home something from watching this video. Me, I got that. For money, you have to give value, you have to gain mastery, and you have to set boundaries as opposed against black tax. Yes. Yeah. So please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. It will encourage me to do more. Yes, we have to get that to 1,000. It's encouraging to do more. Thank you for watching this video to the end, and if there's anything that you want me to talk about, please don't hesitate to put it in the comments section. I'll be reading, I'll be liking. So see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.